Hey guys, what's up? Liru the Lance Corporal here, and today is our weekly Friday recruitment and announcements video. So, without further ado, in the description of the video below is the TeamSpeak IP. There is no password, join in for whatever, and the website where you need to sign up in case you want to, you see what you like and you want to get in on some more of the advanced stuff. You got to make an account as well as, participate in a Friday op. So that's there for you, and I hope to see you today for Friday. Now, the op itself, hopefully it'll be on Tanoa, and hopefully Mirages will be co-hosting with me if I can get his lazy ass out of bed and he can come help. But yeah, it'll be a co-Zeus. I've got a few different things planned, but I did say Tanoa, so you will need the Apex DLC. That is an absolute guarantee. I know some ops you can get by without it. Some of the modded stuff we do, or some of the Alta stuff we do where we don't use the Syndicate or any, Apex resources, but you need to have the Apex DLC for this one. I cannot stress that enough. Also, quick reminder, you might want to consider joining the TeamSpeak server and then AFKing for a while in the Tier 0 channel and then coming back about an hour before the app actual starts. This is so you can reserve a slot. People still aren't understanding that. People still aren't understanding that they need to join that channel specifically to reserve a slot. Because if I have, 60 people come in and know what they're doing, and maybe like 10 people come in but join different slots, and then they, poke me or a tier 5 member saying, hey, I was here first, blah, blah, blah. We can't let you play because you're not following the instructions, all right? I just have 60 people in this channel that can follow instructions. So, I gotta find a way to, let people play in a manner that allows for fairness, but you gotta follow instructions, guys. I cannot stress this enough because this has been a problem every single week, and I know it's still gonna be a problem, but again, just stressing it. So that's all I got. It's 3 ops planned. To be honest, I still don't know what Mirages and I are going to do, but we're probably going to utilize the jungles of Tanoa and have a bit of fun with some sweep and clear, because, that's always a blast. Let's move on to some announcements. So, a lot of Arma announcements, not really general announcements, but let's focus on the Arma announcements first. So, number 1, KA Weapons Pack had an update, and it basically cut it off from Steam, and they made up a new pack of weapons, but they cut out a few different skins. They claim that it was to fix a specific glitch with respawning with these items, but I can tell you right now that's a load of horseshit. If you look at the list of items that the KA weapons pack removed, it's a bunch of textures that were literally ripped from other games. So what this means is that they got a DMCA takedown, and this is how they followed up with it. They took it down and then re-uploaded it with the stuff that was listed in the without the stuff that was listed in the DMCA. So we lost like the Excalibur sword, the incendiary grenades, a lot of the really fun stuff within the Trump's wall with zombies up, which is a shame, but I'm sure they can bounce back, and we'll probably re-add the thing later down the road, but I want to do some testing without it for my training ops and see how things go. Other Arma announcements. Did you know Ares had an update recently that added CBA as a dependency? I don't know what else it added, and I don't know what this means if Anton might come back. He's the creator of Ares, and he might start making a mod to possibly compete with Achilles. But I think that's quite interesting. If we see 2 different developers for 2 different Zeus mods start, updating their mods separately, and having different reasons to use mod Ares or mod Achilles with Ares, I think that would be so cool. But just an interesting factor, the update was about 7 days ago on the 14th, I believe, and it was pretty interesting to see that pop up in my roster for mods. But other than that, just some general updates for me now. Life's good. But 2 things to quickly note. For June and July, there will be a new schedule. and it'll only be for June and July because from Monday through Thursday I will be heavily overworked with classes for summer. It's so that I can, get a bit ahead and make my life much easier for the next like 3 or 4 semesters. I'm basically taking the harder classes and just doing them right now, or at least in a few months. And then through that, I can have much more time for Arma, which I need to, keep doing what I'm doing. But there will be a price to pay, and that'll be during June and July. So more updates will come out about that in the impending future. Now, another thing, late August going into September, there will be a completely new schedule change with how I do things, how streams are done, more focus on dedicated training. We're going to cut back one of the tier 1 days I don't want to, but if we have to, that'll have to be done. This is so that I can make room for more school stuff, but in context, I will be quitting my actual job and putting more of that time into both school and YouTube stuff because I'm much more happy doing this, guys. It's a lot better for me, and the money actually is getting pretty close. Like if I were to just spend more of my money actually playing around in the stock market, I could make it back and still pay for my last year of college, which is my only real concern. I'm covered for everything else, but I gotta make up like 20K by about like 2020 for my last year, but that's years down the road. I'm sure I'll think of something, and I'm sure YouTube might do something, help pay that off. But that's my only life concern. But anyway, updates and the schedule will be happening for late August. And it'll be, just a new schedule. It'll be more of a focus on times that are better for the players, as well as, training schedules in mind. We've got all of our trainers back on board. And there's some other Zeuses in my community that have expressed concerns of they want dedicated time slots for their ops, which I'm a bit iffy about because that's not the purpose of our community. It's just to, get people trained for tier 2 to more advanced stuff. But, we can accommodate. I'm gonna have to talk with the other tier 5 guys about it and see what we can do. But it just comes to the factor of moochers and people coming in and doing shit that we don't want, or people completely taking our training and throwing it out the window. There's been a lot of concerns expressed. And, we'll just have to work with it. So, other small updates to note. This is for the player base, my guys. The training mod set and the tier 2 to tier 4 mod set will become the same mod set in the coming 1 to 2 weeks. Alright? I'm just annoyed that it hasn't been that way already. I've always been saying that needs to happen, and it's finally going to happen. I'm going to put my foot down. Other things to note. Tier 2 to Tier 4 ops, so traditionally it's been Tier 3 ops, and then Tier 2 to Tier 4 ops, and then we're done. We're going to start merging that together in a month. We're going to have a few more dedicated Tier 3 ops and some Tier 2 to Tier 4 ops, but I am pleased to announce that in the coming weeks, we will be running a new type of mission file that allows for the Tier 2 ops to be done side by side the Tier 3 ops. Now what this means is it could be a number of things. Tier 3 will have an objective and Tier 2 will have an objective, and those objectives might intermingle. They will help each other. This also means that we might have the server start up early, and then we might bring in the Tier 3 guys first to do, their op. And then, it's kind of like a schedule thing. There's so many ways we could take this, but just note that I'll have 2 player bases running an op at the same time, and they will both be doing things to help each other. But this also throws in the possibility of re-adding Tier 4. Tier 4 is a private military company tier, and they're meant to just do whatever a contractor, aka moi, tells them. So that might make some PvP come into these Tier 2 ops. So be on the lookout for that, ladies and gentlemen. Something that no other Zeus has done before that, once again, I am pioneering, and I am very excited to bring that out. So, other updates-wise, I can't really think of anything else. So, I think we're done. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to shoot me a comment or message, or shoot me a suggestion on my suggestion email, which is somewhere buried in the description. And yeah, that's all I got. One final note, Twitch is being reworked a bit. I actually ran into some really cool cats that are doing some work for me. So yeah, we might see some actual animations. We'll have donations finally fixed. It's just, again, that's not been my focus here. It's my focus has been just getting this content out there. And yeah, I'm sorry I can't edit it that much, but I kind of like putting it up in the raw because I have so many people send me messages or comments thanking them for, essentially they watch these videos, they see exactly what I do, and they tell me they've become really good Zeuses for their own communities because of it. And that's the goal of this channel, and I really, really like it. So we're gonna keep doing what we're doing, and we're just gonna go from there. So thank you guys so much for watching. Go operate operationally. I hope to see you here later on Friday, and take care. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.